You have now entered the lab, episode 65, is it? I don't even know. Elvis
Yeah,
Escobar, Fort
65,
Sama.
baby, 65.
This is the
65% to 100. Yo, Fender Bender, who the fuck are you, bro?
fender bender. Show
That
your
boy said
face.
L's in the chat. L's in the chat for being late. L's in the chat.
Fender bender. Whoever you are, you showed up on time. We apologize. I literally just got to my house 1 hour ago. Drove straight from the Tampa area, 4 hours straight. Got here on time. Get into that in a little bit about my weekend. But as we start rolling here, welcome to the lab. Enter the lab. We have a lot of things to talk about, and we're trying to hit these topics off nice and efficiently. We got some debates. We have in our note section. We have a lot of debates to talk about. Some sports stuff, some hoops, some fights that happened this weekend, fights that will happen this weekend. But before we get jumping in, as we get people rolling in, how are you, Fort Sama, in Savannah right now? Are you going to Kentucky soon?
I don't want to.
What to do?
I don't think I am. It's quiet for that, man. It's really quiet for that. It's just I only want to go back if I'm going to be on the road most of the day, and it doesn't look like that's the move yet. So,
All right.
or as of now, and yeah, no. Not for me. Not for me, bro. I'd rather just be out driving and doing my thing rather than be doing exactly what I do here in Georgia over there.
All right. Well, you got to lay low. You got the full-time job now. You have the part-time job on the side. No escapades this weekend for you. You know, nothing crazy. You just lay low.
I didn't go out. I went to this. Damn, I got mad crusties in my eyes. I just woke up from a nap like 30 minutes ago. Much needed nap. You know, it was like a 2-hour nap. I haven't, bro. You know me, bro. You know I'm an expert nap taker.
Expert.
And it's been a while since I've been able.
I'm envious. I don't take many naps.
To take a good ass nap, and I finally was able to today. And man, that shit that shit hit the spot. But no escapades. Maybe something this weekend or for St. Patrick's Day. They do a big like St. Patrick's Day thing here, so about that life. I'll be Irish for a day.
I'm not a fan of St. Patrick's Day. I don't like the color.
Me either.
Other than it's in my bank account. St. Patrick's Day.
A lot of blue hunters, they come to the bank.
All right. My weekend, I just came back from a in-law family wedding, which was great. We had to drive up to, it was like only 2 days. I'm exhausted, bro. What I did was this weekend, I did a little experiment. As we talk about this on our weekly podcast, I guess, we talk about my alcohol intake last week, obviously.
Yeah,
shout out Heineken 0.0.
None of that shit.
I should say my alcohol / non-alcoholic intake, but I just wanted to start trying to drink, something different, change it up from the tequila. So this weekend I went 3 days in a row, because traveling, it was like a mini vacation. But vodka-water lime with some ice. I know.
What's wrong with you, dog?
I know. Hey, dude, you know what I realized? Talking about alcoholism, it's the real alcoholism beverage because, first of all, it don't taste like nothing. Water, vodka blends perfectly with it. Add a little lime into it. It's too dangerous. I wanted to text you a few times during the weekend. I'm like, bro, I'm drinking it. See, fender bender, bro. Ew. First of all, state your first and last name, government, before you enter the lab real quick. Because we have no idea who you are. You could be a family member. You could be a close friend. We have no idea. Your picture doesn't tell us the whole picture. But anyway, yeah. In general, it's ill because I've been not a fan of vodka for years. I haven't drank vodka consistently since I was 18, 19 years old. But I'm trying to manage hangovers like we all get to in our 30s. We get to that point where it's all about survival the next day. Oh, shout out Ashley, man.
Ashley in the building. Let's get it.
Welcome to the lab. So I've been trying new things. First name, this guy. I actually don't want to know who Fender Bender is.
No, I get where you're coming from, but I do. We need to know who
I'm,
it is. Just for my
yeah.
mental.
But let me wrap up my vodka. Shout out Ashley for tequila all the way. I've been doing tequila, but I think I've been doing it for a year now, and it's been catching up to me where I'm hurting the next day. So 3 days in a row, I did an experiment. 3 days in a row, drinking hard, no shots, only vodka, water, ice, lime. 3 days in a row. Now no hangovers. I feel great. I'm getting hydrated while I drink. So I'm testing that for the maybe third or fourth day right now. So I'll let you know tomorrow. But that was my vibe for the wedding. Great wedding. We went to Busch Gardens this afternoon, morning. Park opened up at 10 a.m. We were there at 10:10. You know why? I got to get back to the lab. I got to get back to the lab. So it was like, yo, we're going. If we're doing Busch Gardens, we're gonna be in the first people. We're getting the fast pass. I illegally parked in the preferred parking lot. Special privileges. They ain't checking it. I'm parking in it.
Riddle me this real quick. Was the fast pass worth it today?
No, because it was fast overall.
Bro, hey, look. I think it depends on the day. You went on a Monday early to a theme park.
I left out this part. I paid north of $140 for the ticket. I went on 2 rides the whole day. You know why? I had to I had to drop off, my mother-in-law at the airport, drop them off at 10. It was all about, all right, get home. Let's get home so I can enter the lab with my homie, record an episode. So I spent a good amount of money and went on 2 rides, and I was fine with it. I walked for 3 miles today.
Pissed, bro.
Nah, it was all about. I didn't have say in the matter. I didn't have say whether
you had that ball, that swamp butt, huh? You had that swamp ass.
Nah, I was dressed appropriately.
I hope you showered.
I did shower before this episode. I can't do an episode with you without showering it. I gotta.
Yeah, leave the non-showering before episodes to me. Let that be my thing.
Appreciate everybody who's coming into the lab live YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Please comment. Whatever you guys want to talk about. We're gonna be going rapid fire through topics and stuff. I just wanted to recap my weekend. Wedding, Busch Gardens, back here. This is the 3rd episode I'm recording where I drove for 4, 5, 6 hours straight, and I'm here. So I'm exhausted.
Have you been to I know you've been to Disney. You've been to Disney, right?
No, never.
You haven't been to
Hopefully
Disney?
I never will have to.
All right, what's the hate on Disney?
Just like amusement parks are my thing. Like today, I was willing to pay $100 and something not to go to spend minimal time at the amusement park. Like I said, it was an obligation. I was gonna pay regardless. So Bree wanted to go, family wanted to go. I had to pay for it. If I would have paid not to go. I don't like waiting in lines with a lot of people. It's hot, walking around. That's not pleasure to me. Yeah, I've been to Universal a few times. Times. Six Flags back in New Jersey.
Changed now. It's Harry Potter World or whatever.
Wait, what?
It's not Islands of Adventure anymore, is it?
I don't know. I'm not a nerd like that. I don't know that shit.
Have you been there to like Harry Potter World and shit?
Yeah, last time we went to Universal, what was it, 2 years ago? Maybe
it's like 2 parks.
Yeah. No, I don't think. Yeah. I don't think. Thank you, Ashley. Husband of the year. See, drop off the mother-in-law, let them go have fun, come back, do my job, drive 4 hours. Sipping a little sun on the way back, but that was nice. I had it on cruise control.
Husband and co-host of the year right now, this guy.
You know what I mean? And I'm bragging a little bit, but I had to get right. So 65 episode 65 is rolling. I like this. This is good. All right.
Oh, you have a mother-in-law.
There you go. Shout out my sister.
That's great. Oh, yeah. Shout out your sister. It was her birthday the other day.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Let's go.
Turning 21 for the 20th time.
Damn, you really got to call her out like that?
I don't know. I don't know what women want to hear. They want to hear 21 crazy. All the time, so I just feed the ego.
Yeah. Don't say it like for the 20th
don't say it like
time.
That. Oh, okay.
This guy, dog.
Hey, everybody ages. What are we gonna do?
That's true. That's true. I'm getting up there myself, man. Like I can't even
Stop.
put my shoulder. I can't put my arm over my head. Shit cooked. I think I might need Tommy John surgery.
Bro, talk about cooked. I will shout out you. You motivated me this weekend when we drove up Saturday morning, got to Lakeland at 4:30. By 5:30, I was at Planet Fitness working out. I went hard on chest. Pause. I guess. I wanted to go there for 30 minutes. I was there for like an hour and a half. You know, getting out the McDonald's that I ate on the way up there, but you motivated me because I think I seen a snap or I seen a picture of something you posted or whatever it was. We were talking earlier and had to do it. And dude, I'm still sore.
You have
2 days later. 2 days later, bro, I'm still sore. I slept wrong last night. My neck is killing me. My jaw's killing me for some reason.
I think that's
I'm
what
just
it is
hurting.
for me. That's what it is for me. Like sleeping, bro. Like people don't understand how important sleep is, and not even getting the right amount of sleep, but how you sleep. I think that's why my shoulder has been fucking me up because like I'm sleeping on it wrong, and that shit hurts. Like it's bad, but no, I'm glad that I could have a
Thanks,
positive
man.
influence
Yeah,
for you in
positive
your
for sure,
life,
right?
and and also what people don't understand is like how a workout can change your day from like just like not even like a physical perspective, but a mental perspective. Like I go to the
Yes.
gym, yeah, to like look good and like I try to lose weight and burn off the calories that I eat and kind of just like whatever. But it's a mental thing for me, dude. Like it makes me forget about everything, that I have going on in life, like all my fucking whatever it may be that I have going on in my head that day, and I'm just focused on my workout. And that's a great question. That I could talk about this for a little bit.
Yeah,
That's a great
Ashley,
question.
are you guys more of a solo workout vibe or got to be partnered up? I see you do both, right?
So for me, it's weird, man. For me, when I'm like here in Georgia, I like working out by myself. Just I like being locked in, working out by myself. Especially nowadays, man. Like I have my hoodie in, headphones on, head down. I'm not trying to be on nobody's TikTok, dog. Like
Uh,
I ain't gonna get caught lacking.
What's that guy's
So
account that he called that he has that he's
oh,
always popping up on my
Joe Swole, Joey
yeah,
Swole,
he's always
whatever.
popping
Yo,
up on my Twitter
hey,
lately.
his hat defies gravity, bro. I don't know what it is, but that man's hat, you can always see like the baldness of his head, and
Uh-huh.
it's like a
Always.
perfect.
That's funny.
So here in Georgia, I like working out by myself, but when I go back to South Florida, I like working out with either my brother or like Berto or anybody. Cheese, I've worked out with Cheese when I go
We
back
got
down
a
to South
date next
Florida.
time you come through.
I like working out with people just because I think I look at it as like a chill thing. Like we're chilling at the gym, we're getting a workout in, we're trying to figure it out. And then, I mean, when I was in Louisville, that was my what I was gonna go. Like when you're out somewhere, like whether it be like if you're out of town for work, if you're out of town for like vacation or something, getting a workout in before like or after your day is so crucial, bro. Like just because I was so busy out there and like being able to go to a different gym and see that shit was pretty cool too. You can network, you could just see different things, bro. Different machines, who knows. So that was pretty cool for me. But
Yeah, not gonna lie. Like
it's
on the way up there, we had McDonald's because we had we were trying to get up there quick, 4 hours during the late morning, early afternoon, and eating McDonald's and being in a car for 4 hours driving is not a good move. You just feel sluggish. You don't
no,
feel good. The
yeah,
moment I got there, I looked up a Planet Fitness immediately because I was like I was not feeling well, and I've been trying to get in the groove of working out, mentally, physically. Bro, I left that gym after an hour and a half, ran, walked a mile, did my chest workout, a little bit of abs. I had a protein bar at CVS because I had to pick up something else just to get it. And bro, I felt like that high you get
yeah.
afterwards.
Dopamine, man.
Bro, that
Dopamine, bro.
was the
It's,
highest I got. And I've been going to the gym now for a week or a week plus consistently,
mhm.
and I was just on a super high. And then I got home and I fixed myself a drink after, but I almost like deserved it. I earned it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
going to a foreign city, finding a Planet Fitness, it felt good, and I felt really physically
That's
and mentally. That was really good.
that's why I will never get rid of my Planet Fitness membership, no matter what it is, because there's one anywhere you go. If there's one,
It's
bro,
like a
like any,
McDonald's,
like I was
like pun
driving to
intended,
the
I guess.
middle of nowhere in Kentucky, and like there was a Planet, like I would every exit I took, I was out in the country, but like in these little like parts of like the country, there was like little like shopping malls and shit like that, and there was a Planet Fitness there.
Yep,
So
everywhere.
I'm gonna keep that shit as long as I can, dog, because it's so worth it, and
Please do, so I can keep mooching off it.
you could just like you can always get a pretty decent workout in at a Planet Fitness, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it doesn't matter. You can get a good pump. You don't People don't understand. People think you need like these heavy ass weights and all this kind of shit to fucking get a good workout. That's cap. That's so cap.
so did you find time to watch during this wedding I had going on? You know, respectfully, I was watching the Nets game on my phone during it. I had to like mute it during the ceremony or not watch it, but I was watching it leading up to it, trying to be respectful but also do my thing. I'm not very important in the whole scheme of that wedding, so watched the Nets game and then I had to switch over real quick to the Jake Paul and Fury fight. Did you get to watch a little bit? If the viewers did, please share what you guys thought about the fight because I was watching it on my phone, so I didn't hear any commentary, which is good actually. I thought because I got to watch a fight pure, not hear the commentary. You know, give a little their 2 cents of who was winning, who was losing. I couldn't tell. I was just watching it. What it was. Did you get to watch it at all? And what did you think about the fight? Because it was a very hyped up fight.
It was a very hyped up fight, and I think most of that is because it's been in the works for the past 2 years, and I think that's been on purpose, just to keep hyping it up and build anticipation. Because
Yes.
it was funny because I saw on, I think it was the Full Send podcast, that I forget who said it, but they said that this might be the first time that Jake Paul isn't the person who people want to see get knocked out more in a fight. And it was kind of true just because Tommy Fury's been on this bullshit. But I did catch parts of it. I had it on my phone while I was at work. And I mean, it was whack, bro. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm not even going to beat around
Okay.
the bush. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was terrible. It was as YouTube boxing as it can get. These two dudes stink. Like, I'll fight Jake Paul. I'll fight Tommy Fury right now. I don't even need a camp. Fuck that shit. I'll fight both of them.
I seen
Doesn't
your tweet.
matter. But yeah, that shit's one. It's bad for boxing. Two, it's just bad in general for sports because you have these. And Fury, like he was so pussy, he didn't even agree to the terms and sign the contract, and he ended up winning. So it sucks for him. You know, like that's how bad he was. So I don't know, man. That shit sucked. Like it looked rigged. It was just all over the place. You had fucking Logan. He gets a mic out
Yeah,
of
what was
nowhere,
that? I
and
didn't see it till today. I happened to be on Twitter. Obviously I didn't see that part because I had no volume. They let him talk in the whole arena, like
yeah, in the whole
live with
arena,
the
they just
mic.
give him a mic, and he's just able to talk. Like this guy
That
is like
that was
he's
corny.
nobody
Regardless,
for yeah,
nobody
he's
should do that.
nobody. Yeah,
That's
that shouldn't
disrespectful
happen.
to the sport. You know what I mean? Like
Everybody
I don't care if it's
involved.
Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. Like
Yeah. Well,
giving a
that's the thing.
mic during a
Mike
live
Tyson
fight.
wouldn't do that. Mike
That's
Tyson would
weird.
if they offered Tyson that, he'd be like, "Nah, I'm good." And Tyson's been pretty open about how, how bad of a position boxing is right now with, the promoters and the managers and everybody kind of just like working together and not coming to a good spot
For
for
real.
the actual performers. Well, not performers, but boxers, performers in a way. I mean I get where you're coming from, Fenderbender, but it's bringing a bad light to boxing to the younger generation, and that's not good. I mean, like if you wanna watch boxing, like watch Devin Haney, watch fucking Ryan Garcia, watch Tank, watch these boys, watch my boy Dre underscore Day on Instagram. That's my guy. He's better
Oh
boxer than
yeah,
both these
he's been in
guys.
the lab. He's been in
He's
the lab.
always
I've
in
been
the
seeing
lab,
him.
dog. He's always in the lab.
That's
That guy,
dope.
that guy, he's actually been putting in the work. So,
Yeah, I see him.
but it's just
What up, Mo?
boxing kind of like baseball. in a way. Like it's stuck in its old ways. It's just
Yes,
not
sir.
moving forward. They don't really know how to promote their actual good, fighters, and it sucks. It sucks because
That's where the sport's at now, though. The sport's
boxing
at
is
you need
poetry, just like
celebrities.
baseball. I mean, just like
Yeah.
basketball, boxing is poetry, and it's not in a good place. I don't know what. I used to watch a lot of boxing, like growing up. Like I remember we
Yeah.
would have like family gatherings, like every fucking. We would go to
That was my
my
life.
cousin Gilbert's house and just watch all these boxing on his big ass TV, and I just remember it all the time. Like that's something
Bro,
that's
and
still
there was always
engraved in my
4 to 5
childhood.
great fights a year.
Right?
There was
Yeah.
always a fight in the spring, summer, fall. At least 3. You got, in when I was a kid, it was the De La Hoyas, the Felix Trinidad. If any of those guys fought. Then you had the Holyfields, the Lennox Lewis, the
Yep.
Tysons. And then as I got older, you had
Canelo,
who's Puerto
Floyd.
Rican buddy that retired a little bit ago, boxing. Damn, I have his face in my head. I just can't think of his name.
I'm not sure.
But we did have what's buddy that fought Mayweather that died, Chico. I'm blanking on names. Like I said, I apologize. I'm tired, so I'm gonna be. If you guys know who I'm talking about, I'm looking it up now. But there was guys that like led the pay-per-view fights and early 2000s, late 90s, and it's died since. Damn, I'm trying to look at who some of these guys that fought. But anyway, yeah, boxing's died. It's the baseball of fighting. UFC, MMA's taken over. It's a lot faster pace. Promotional wise, they're better, and the sport is surviving off these celebrity fights. And hopefully, it won't get too wild. But the Paul brothers are doing their thing, so respect. But Logan Paul's doing wrestling now and pro wrestling, and he's entertaining, and Jake Paul's doing boxing. What are you gonna do? It's
mean,
unfortunate, but they're
I'm
making
not.
money, and it is
I'm
what
not
it
mad
is.
that they're doing it. I'm not mad
Marquez,
that they're
his
doing
name
it
is
because
Marquez, I think.
I'm never gonna hate on someone that's doing something to either like promote their brand, or just do something outside of their comfort zone and get to a point where Jake Paul is at and Logan Paul is at. Like when you think about it, Jake Paul, he fought Tyron Woodley, who was fucking great UFC fighter, not a boxer, but whatever. Now he's fought Tommy Fury, who look what happens when you fight an actual boxer.
Yeah.
As as far as you can say actual boxer. But
Yep.
I mean, even Logan fucking fought Floyd. Like that's not something many people can say.
Yeah.
Even if it
Floyd
was in
actually fought an
it didn't
exhibition
count.
on Saturday. He fought
He did.
exhibition against some person I didn't know, but he's still doing exhibitions, trying to get money. You know what I mean? It's easy money for him, right?
Yeah,
And that boxer I was thinking of was Diego Corrales Chico. So I did remember his nickname, not his full name. He died, RIP. Super young age. He fought Mayweather. That was a great fight, all-time fight. But yeah, there was guys that just, and boxing is a thing in the past. And, speaking of boxing and to go with the UFC, we got a great, card this weekend. Was it 285?
yeah, 285.
285. We got Jones gone.
Jones gone and Shevchenko Grasso.
Yeah, that's a great card, man. Like I said,
Championship
previous
in
episodes,
Vegas.
I've yet to see Jones in a live fight. I believe if I did see him in a live fight, it was years ago. Bypassing. But this is the first time I'm watching Jones. I mean, since I've watched UFC, he hasn't fought. So it's been about 3 years. So I'm
Just
excited
about,
to
yeah.
watch him because all the great things I've watched his highlight reels and knockouts and the way he fights. So I'm familiar with him, but to watch him and Gone, I've watched over the last 3-4 years as he's worked his way up. What's your thoughts about this fight? How they match up together? Heavyweight. You look at Jones, you don't think of him as a heavyweight, but he is. Gone. He went through the battle with
He fought
what's
Ngannou.
it? Francis.
Fought
And
Ngannou,
so, what's
and
your
then
thoughts
he
about it?
fought Tuivasa. I think if there's one person that can beat Jones now, it's gonna be gone because this guy he's an X-Men, as
I
Mike
love
Grundy
him.
would say. He's
He's
a
great.
specimen. This guy is just fucking. He's bro. He's 6'4", 265, and he's
Mm,
still ripped. Like you can, like, he's
for
still
real.
shredded, dog. Like it's insane. I watched his fight against Tuivasa the other day at work, and I mean, just the athleticism this guy has. Like he could literally play football if he wanted to, and he'd be great as a D end, outside linebacker type shit. And I mean, John Jones is the same. John Jones' brothers play football, so that's all you need to know right there. And they're fucking great. But I just don't know how much of the layoff is it's going to affect Jones in any kind of way. I mean, sparring and training and doing all this kind of stuff is one thing, but once you actually get in there with another person that's built very similar to you and wants to fucking almost kill you, it
Yeah,
changes everything.
for
Changes
real.
everything. This is probably one of the most anticipated comebacks in the sport, one of the most anticipated fights in the sport, just because of everything that Jones has done for the sport in his past. So I'm definitely excited to see it. I want to see what's going to happen. When he walks into that octagon, bro, and he's doing his walk-in, like
Ah,
Vegas is going to shut down, dog.
I
Like,
hope he plays something hard, like a DMX track when he walks in, like something like that'll get me going. Because, like I said, I'm gonna try to
you're gonna
experience
get
it. It's my
going.
first.
You're gonna
Yeah,
be going, bro. I
I
already
wish you were
know.
down
It's
here to
just
watch it, but
I
we'll
wanted to
talk
make the
before and
trip,
after.
but I have a few other things I got to take care of. But I mean, two championship fights that night.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. Shevchenko Grasso, I think Shevchenko takes care of business, and it's and then you got 286 in 2 weeks, another championship
Yeah,
fight.
there's like boom, boom, boom. This is the UFC took off for what, a month and a half of pay per views during the New Year holidays and stuff, and it's off and running now in the spring. It's going to be a fun every other week basically of UFC from now until the summer. It's booked. I'm excited for it. And speaking of UFC, I looked up tickets. Tickets for 287 went on sale
Yeah,
this
I was looking
past
it up.
Saturday for
I had
Miami,
I had a
bro.
few different people hit me up
Yeah,
asking
we
me
looked at it. Don't
shit.
look at it. Don't bother because nosebleeds top. It's at the old AK. We're not gonna call it the FTX. Speaking of, wait, there's right
It's
here.
the
It's
Miami Dade Arena now.
we're gonna call it the former AAA at this point.
Let's call it the
Nose
Miami Wade Arena.
Miami Wade. I like that. Last row nosebleeds, $500. I logged on. Tickets went on sale at noon. I had bought AEW tickets that morning. So I was mowing my lawn and I seen your text late. I go inside. I'm like, oh shit, let me see how much tickets are. I go in and it automatically filters the tickets. And I'm like,
Yeah,
500, 500, 500, 500. I'm like, I
550.
text you
Yeah,
immediately. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. Because
yeah,
that's 500 without taxes, fees. You're looking at two tickets, $1,200. I'm like,
yeah.
nah, I'm
Easy.
good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. I mean, that's what
So
happens when
I'll
you
be watching
get
at home.
Adesanya, Alex Pereira. Two for that,
Do
and
they
then
have the
you have
main card picked out? Is that they already do, right? The main
yeah.
event
No,
picked out for that.
that card is stacked. I mean, there's a lot of people on that card. You got that young boy Raul Rosas Jr., who's like 18. He's on that card. Um, the co-main is Masvidal and Burns, so that's going to be Burns is going to wash Masvidal. But I mean, just the
Mm.
fact that you have Masvidal in Miami, that's also driving ticket prices up too. I might wait a little bit just to see because some people might cop them and then something happens in their life. Who knows? A funeral, a wedding, whatever, a trip, something with work they can't go and they have to resell them for cheaper. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye out on them and I'll go by myself. I don't give a fuck if it's something that I can make happen, and I'll probably just go down to South Florida to be there, at least with
Yeah,
y'all and my brother and
that'd be cool.
whatnot. But I can
I mean,
definitely make
yeah,
that
we could
trip
watch it
happen.
out. We could make it
Yeah,
a night. We don't have to watch it at the crib. We can, we'll see how your schedule works out. That's still
Yeah, my brother
ways
texted me.
away.
He's like, "Yo, they taxing." He's like, "I'll keep the $500 in my bank account and watch it at the crib."
Yeah, for real, that's a lot of money. If you're
It is.
talking 250, I might have budged on it, but still probably not. I like options, and it didn't even give you the option of being able to be like, all right, last row 250, and then you kind of, maybe you get whatever it was. It just was point blank
That's
five hundred
look.
dollars to enter the building.
That's just for yeah,
That's a lot.
exactly. Yeah, and you're
That's a
in
lot,
Miami. You're about to pay like $50 for parking.
bro. And
You're
it
about
wasn't
to
even
pay for
resale. I'm
gas. You're
not talking
about.
resale. I'm talking face value 500. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You're
that's
about to
what.
pay
So resale is about to be
$30
crazy.
for a drink almost for food. Like,
Unless you get a flask, you pull up in that
uh,
plastic flask.
yeah, So I've heard. So I've heard.
Allegedly, Henny in the back sock
Allegedly,
in the sock pocket.
allegedly.
Um, oh hey, Ali Wu, Angela Lab's biggest fan.
Biggest
Shout
fan.
out, shout
Ah,
out. I like how you just get right to the point. Respect, respect.
straight
All
to
right,
it.
so we went over for people who were late. We went over the Jake Paul Fury fight, UFC a little bit.
Can't even call that a fight, bro.
Please comment if you want to. We'll
Shit
drop
was,
some
shit was
knowledge on it.
ass.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe I'll rewatch it or kind of see more highlights with volume to kind of live it. But we'll see a rematch. Well, what else is Fury doing? To do a rematch. Why not at this point, right? But unless you do a rematch, you lose. Then it's got to be a trilogy, and it's like,
Well, yeah,
when's
no,
this end?
he's definitely what do you say? He's taking his rematch clause, and he blamed Drake. Jake Paul blamed Drake because Drake put money on him.
That's funny.
The Drake curse.
The Drake curse continues.
Drake curse is still real.
We'll get into other sports kind of later in the episode. Some
All right,
NBA.
look, I'm
and
looking at the
baseball.
notes
But
right
go ahead.
now. I want to know why you just have urinals. And the thing is, it just
swear
has
to God.
urinals, period.
I put the period on purpose just to let you know
I
that
know
it
you
wasn't.
did.
So we have a note section that we share. If you guys don't know about the, the feature in for iPhones, you could share a note. You can make lists. When you have a party, let people know. Whatever. We have enter the lab. Throw a topic in there.
Such an underrated fucking feature, by the way.
Super underrated, right?
So great.
Sometimes during the week things happen that we have to throw a topic in there just to be like, all right, remember to talk about this. So in the note section, it just says urinals with a period, and I made sure the period stuck out because I wanted you to know that it wasn't like I didn't finish what I was writing. It was like, no, this is gonna remind me, and every guy can relate to this. I'm peeing the other day in a urinal. And no matter where I stand, 6 inches away, a foot away, almost 3 feet away, no matter what, they haven't figured out the science in this. It's splashing. It's on my leg. It's on my shorts. It's on my hand. I just can't. I haven't found a proper recipe to pee in a urinal. I don't understand. You try to to do the target in the area of the, what do we call it? What's that thing?
The little
Splash pad, whatever it is. You aim for that, and I'm like, all right, I'll aim for that. Boom, splash. I'm like, all right, bet. I'll go up. I'll go on the wall. Splash. I haven't figured out. I don't know. Maybe the little corner on the back right side. I'll go in. Splash. I haven't figured it out. I go close. Oh wait, that's too close. I go far away. Now people are seeing my thing. Well, you kind of gotta zoom in for that. But it's still, I haven't figured out the. So if you guys have advice for me, I'm over here peeing in the urinal, then going over to the wash area, and I'm cleaning off my leg. So I wrote urinals because I wanted to talk about this. I was mad. I'm upset. Why haven't we figured out the technology? We could go to the moon. We're about to go to Mars. We can't figure out.
that was.
Or
fake.
maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe people have secrets that I don't know about.
No,
I just thought it was a good topic to talk about.
Have splash piss on myself at the urinal. It's funny. It's funny you wrote that because when I've been going to these like VFWs and like Elks
K-Dog, you
lounges
said that to you,
and stuff for for all these veterans and like AMVETs and stuff, they have a sticker that says like aim for Jane on the urinals. And I would make it. I would be like, yo, I gotta use the bathroom. And I go and I just see it when I can piss on it every time I went to one. But
Bro,
yeah,
that's why I beeline it for the you know, I gotta stand. I gotta pee in a regular toilet. I try.
Do you use the shortest one?
No, because I feel like if I'm not gonna use the M word. I'm gonna say little people. I feel like in that one time I used the small one, a little person might walk in, and I might feel bad. Like, damn, I'm taking up your space, aren't I? And so I don't want to be disrespectful. So I always try to. And then that's weird. You got to squat down. That makes it even. Or maybe, actually, you might have a point. Maybe I should go for the little one. That will make it more downstream.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's funny
Maybe
because
I'll try
there
that.
was a, what's that show called? Workaholics episode. And one of them, I think it's, what's dudes with the curly hair?
I don't know the name. AP would know the name of this because he watches
well,
some retarded shows like this, some high shows like that.
He goes and he's using the small urinal, and they start making fun of him. They're like, small urinals for people with little dicks. And he's like, no. If anything, it's the opposite because my dick's got to hang down to use the urinal.
Blake, see, I knew AP would know. Thank you, AP.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I definitely get you do get piss sometimes, and I don't mind if it gets on my pants. Like, it's whatever if it gets on my pants. Like, I can always wash my pants, and it is.
No, it's okay if it gets. I'd rather the leg because like the leg I can wipe off if I'm wearing shorts. And most of the time I'm wearing shorts.
My sneakers,
bro.
When it gets on my sneakers, that pisses me off, especially if I'm wearing like my nice shoes.
And usually you are. Usually you are because you're out and about. You know what I mean? You're at an event. You're at a concert. You're at a game. You're at a. You're at the wharf maybe, which I don't attend that cesspool anymore.
No, I'm not wearing nice shoes to the wharf. Fuck that place.
You gotta 5P it. You gotta make sure you're not right where you get stepped on real quick. But
yeah,
I just I was having a pee, doing number one, and I had a thought. I said, you know what? I need to talk about this. I need to vent a little bit, and this is what I use this podcast for.
That's why I just sit down when I pee, bro. I sit down when I pee. I don't give a fuck what anyone
Shout out.
says.
I don't know. Mo wouldn't mind me sharing this, but Mo, when he comes to my house and he pees, I know he sits down every time. So he might have something going on.
Like unless I'm like out in public and I can use a urinal, I'll use a urinal. But like most of the time, I sit down when I pee. Like at the crib, I sit down when I pee. At work, I sit down when I pee.
Out. Respect. That's you got to be a confident man to talk like that. You do, because that's not something you should just be talking out loud with. Respect to you. Respect to you, Mo. If anybody else, if you're a man, you sit down and pee. Meanwhile, we're over here complaining, and women want to stand up and pee. The world is a place where whatever you have, you don't want. Whatever you don't want or don't have, you want. It's just the vicious circle of life. Girls want to stand up and pee all the time. They don't want to sit down every time. They got to do both things sitting down. That's kind of crazy. But enough pee talk. I mean, I just want.
I don't know. I just saw it on there and I was like, why this man write urinals? Like, what does he have to say?
I was gonna write like a grand sentence, but I said, you know what? Nothing I'm gonna write is gonna matter after I say urinal. So
it's all about the arc.
Thank you for letting me share. And so far in this,
the stream has to be like a jump shot.
I got to arc it a little bit, I heard. Yeah. So far in this 10-minute talk, I've learned nothing but sitting down in the urinal, which probably doesn't make sense, but I got to figure it out. This is why I don't go outside. I like going in my own bathroom. We talked about Vodka-Waters already.
That's gross.
What did you have about What did you have about scratch offs? Did you write scratch offs?
Fuck that shit, bro. Fuck that shit. I was so pissed, bro. They get you, bro. This is how they get you, and they're not. Look, I don't think I've ever played the lotto, like gone in there and like picked numbers out and shit. I've never done that before, but I have done a few scratch offs. And I was driving back to Louisville. I was in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, and sometimes that's where people win the shit. That's when people win money. So I'm like, Kenny was like, "Yo, let me get some cash," because he knew I had like a bunch of singles on me from my escapade from the weekend before. He's like, I'll cash app you. I'll cash app you. I'm like, all right, bro. How much you need? He's like, 20. So I gave him $20. He cashed out me $20. He bought a scratch off. He won $20, so he got the money back. What he do with the money? He went and got another one.
Of course.
Didn't win. So he's like, bro, you got to get one. Go get one. Like, you're gonna win. I'm like, all right, cool, man, no problem. So I'm scratching off. I got my winning numbers.
You're
all that
scratching
shit.
off. Nice.
Yeah. And what pissed me off was there was like 3 or 4. One was like 250, another one was like 500, another one was like 50 or whatever, and it was just one number off from my winning numbers, whether it was lower or higher. And one of my winning numbers was 11. And I scratched the shit off, and it's 12 for the fucking million. Million or 50K.
What you want? You want them? You think they're gonna try to make you lose right off rip? They're gonna tease you a little bit. They're gonna.
I know,
put
but
in the
I
tip
wanted to win.
and well, yeah, of course, but it never works out. Stop playing scratch offs. What are you doing?
No, I don't play them. I was just in the middle of nowhere.
You were when in Rome. I get it.
Right, and and then the whole time as I'm driving back, I still had like another 2 hours on the drive. The whole time I'm driving back, I'm like, man, would I take the million straight up, or would I just fucking take the 50K a year for 20 years?
So you really thought about this? You really projected?
Yeah, because I was one number off.
All right.
It pissed me off. I think I'd just take the million straight up, and it was like 871,000 after taxes. Which, by the way, that's a lot. 129K.
Well, yeah, you do. If you do lump sum, I think the way to do it is long term. For tax reasons, you do long term, but also for you give people money they didn't earn, they gonna straight up burn through it. So
yeah, I'm taking
the way I am. Yeah, see, I'm doing long term. I understand give me my money, but I'll falsify some records. Make sure I got my ducks in a row.
Oh, what if you die? Then
how would they know? How would they know I died?
Where's the money gonna go?
We're gonna make sure I have my ducks, my affairs in order. There's gonna be people that don't have to have a funeral. It doesn't need to be public. It's low key. We got somebody signed off for that. We're doing a couple of illegal things as long as we could, but. For me, that's what I'm saying. For me, if you get $1 million up front or $750,000 up front, that's not healthy. You're not gonna be alive very long.
Who's you?
You.
Talking about
or
me
anyone?
Personally?
Yeah, you. I mean, most people,
that's
right?
Crazy.
Most people, right? It's what are you gonna do? You're gonna try.
The first thing I do is I give money to my parents so they can pay the house off. That's
immediately. First course of action. That should be before you even make a decision. Boom. All right. So far, so good.
And then the next
second decision. Third decision.
I'm going to a foreign country, dog.
The first decision's always the good decision for the family. You know what I mean? You're helping, and then everything is just downhill from there.
Maybe buy myself a house or like an apartment or something so I could go back to and sleep everything off.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm recreating the hangover.
I mean, I'd be right there with you.
Yeah, you come with, bro.
I'll call off of work.
Yeah.
That's funny because I didn't see that.
Shout out Modelo.
Shout out Modelo. Shout out.
Yeah, that shit pissed me off, bro. I was upset.
Yeah, I don't play scratch offs. I mean, I could
go.
No,
I don't play that shit either.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
The other gambling. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. They'll help you out.
Yeah, please.
I don't know if that's a real thing.
I text you this about the other day. I got a haircut and kind because we had FaceTime last week, and you had said you got a haircut from Buddy that like you don't normally go to, and you said how much you paid it, and then it came out the same week that Jalen Rose said that how much everybody should pay for a
him,
haircut,
bro.
$100, and I'm like, what the fuck? Jalen Rose forgot how
him,
broke
bro.
he used to be. You know what I mean? Like talking
Yeah.
shit like that. And then I asked you, I was like, how much you pay for a haircut? You said like 70 whatever bucks, and I'm like, I had like a real moment. I was like, holy shit. You know, I've been growing out my hair, so my beard, line up and shave or whatever takes longer than my hair because it's just a side tape up, right off the back. You're not doing anything with it. But I was like, oh shit, I've been paying $25 to my barber for the last 2 years. I've been growing out my hair 3 years. I'm like, I need to bring this up and ask him what the fuck. So while he's giving me a haircut last week before I have the wedding, I'm like, by the way, how much is it? How much should I be paying you for a haircut? He didn't even stop the haircut. He looked at me, smirked, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say nothing, but like, because he's cool, like we're cool. I'm like the most low maintenance client he has because the quality of humans he cuts is not the best. Let's keep it that.
Shit.
So he was like, he doesn't cut. I go once a month to a haircut where it used to be every 2 weeks or whatever.
Every 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but now I don't do it anymore. I mean, last time I got a haircut was for Bree's birthday, which was prior to this, like 5-6 weeks ago. So I go every 5 or 6 weeks now. So I was like, all right, I'll make up for some. So I sent them an extra something, just to kind of make up for the last at least couple months. But I think every time I go for the next few weeks, I'm going to give them an extra. But like, bro, haircuts are expensive because I didn't even realize because I don't get my haircut like that.
Most definitely. And the thing is, like, I normally tip well. Like, if I go out to eat, like, I'm going to tip 20-25%.
We talked about it. Yes, sir.
Just to, you know, if the service is good, if the service is done right, I'm going to tip just because I know what these people are making an hourly and what they do.
That's their salary is,
exactly.
75% tips.
And the people they deal with on a day-to-day basis, sometimes they're the same. And, bro, like, when you get a haircut, like, this, like me, bro, I get a haircut, fade, line up, beard, shape up, you know. Sometimes I get my eyebrows done, shit like that. And
metrosexual.
That's already like $50-$60. And then you got to tip, bro. And you're not going to tip your barber after he spent almost an hour cutting your hair. You're not going to tip him $5.
And I will say for the record, my barber owns a shop, so it's like a little different where it's like, that's why he didn't say nothing because it's not like he's struggling. You know, he's got ownership, but still, I almost felt like I was disrespecting his business. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. You're not going to tip him $5 because he's going to remember that. And if you go to him again, especially if he did a good job, you got to tip him. Because if you only tip him $5 or whatever on a $50 haircut, $60 haircut, he's gonna keep the receipts.
Yep.
And then that second time, he might not take you as quick as possible.
That's what I'm saying. You might show up late.
Appointment. Right, right.
There you go.
He might just go for it really quick and whatever. Might not have that good conversation because barbershop talk is real, bro. That's such a legit thing. Like, you gotta have a barber that is like in tune with what you're in tune with. Like, you can't have a barber that has no things in common with you because like you're not gonna sit there on the chair for 45 minutes to an hour just being quiet the whole time. That's not good. So that's one of those things that if you find a good barber, bro, like you got to like just hold on to them for dear life, dog. Like exactly.
That's like the first marriage we as dudes we have. You know, the marriage to the barber.
That's why, man, I'm so fucking lucky and just blessed that my brother knows how to cut hair and he learned how to do it. Because
when all else fails,
literally every time I go down there, I get a cut. Like, even if I don't really need one, I'm like, bro, you gotta just shape me up, like help me out a little bit, you know. And he does this thing, so I appreciate that wholeheartedly. But hey, if you have a good barber, fellas,
hey, treat your barber like you do your girl, or you know, treat your hairstylist if you're a girl like you.
Maybe even better, because hey,
probably even better.
Wait, look, ladies, if you don't respect that opinion, if you don't like that opinion, and you're listening, your man's barber is keeping him up. He's making sure he looks good. You know, he might have been the reason that you looked at your guy in the first place, and you're like, "Damn, he kind of good looking." That haircut, that fade,
Peak
that lineup,
performance.
that shit changes your whole month, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few little things that a good haircut does to a man in his life. Like it's different, bro. Good haircut can change your outlook on a lot of things.
Hell yeah.
I'm speaking
As
from
we're
personal
rolling,
experience too.
we
I don't give
appreciate a
a
lot
fuck.
of people joining us live. We got a lot of, we've had a lot of comments. We appreciate keep commenting, send your 2 cents, send things you want to talk about as we're entering the latter stages of the episode. But we have a few topics we'll rattle off. Definitely subscribe to us if you guys enter the lab.
Cheers,
Cheers.
cheers
I got a
from
little
Kentucky,
left. Cheers, brother.
from Kentucky, the
Oh
Louisville.
shit. I'm done on the vodka water. Look at me. I'm fucking done. I cleared a fucking whole
Yeah,
Yeti.
don't ever, bro. The most like I don't even drink vodka anymore because, like you said, I drank a lot of that shit in high school and like
I know. Yeah, that's.
early college.
Mm-hmm.
But if I look, vodka water is gross, but vodka
That's
soda
what
is
I.
not
But
bad.
so that's what I thought. So the thought of drinking. First of all, I'm not drinking fucking Grey Goose. I'm drinking it's Tito's or mid to higher tier vodka.
Tito's
So I'm
ain't
not
bad
drinking
though.
bullshit. Yeah, for sure. But also like I'm with you. The thought of drinking a vodka and then adding water to it to dilute it, and then you add ice to it, and then you add the lime helps definitely because it gives it a little bit of natural flavor, which is not like because I'm trying to just cut out all that sugar. I'm trying to, now that I'm back in the gym, that's what was a part of it that I didn't say before was I'm trying to, if I do drink, I'm trying to do it, you know, as lower calorie as possible, low sugar as possible, and the only combination, like I said, if the job is to have fun and get lit, how do I get that done responsibly where I could either go to the gym the next day and not feel like shit or feel like I'm not fucking bloated and feeling like shit because of the sugar and the calories and all that. So that's what I came to the vodka water was not because of I want to enjoy a great beverage. It's like how do I get the job done on the nightcap, but how do I survive the next day? And that's all I care about.
So there's a peach mango, like no calorie or low calorie body armor. I
Okay,
think it's peach
I think I
mango.
had that
Yeah,
before.
that goes very well with tequila.
Yeah,
And if you can find like an additive free tequila that you like, I think my brother knows of one. I think it's called Don
I'm sure he
Fulano
does.
or something like that. I'm not really sure what that even means. Additive free or no additive. I don't fucking know what that is. My
Mm-hmm.
brother goes deep into research and some of the things that he really shouldn't or doesn't need to go deep into
Mm-hmm.
research, but whatever. He's his own person and I love him
Love
for
it.
who he is. But I mean, that shit has electric lights, as Vito would
Electric
say.
lights.
So hey,
You sound
get
super
yourself
foreign right now speaking that.
get yourself a little bit of body armor and mix it with some Terramana or your tequila of choice, and you'd be alright. Although, like when I did drink Hennessy, dog, I haven't drank dark liquor in a long time. The
How'd you
next
feel the
day,
next day?
I was fucking hurting, bro.
Right?
I was hurting. I felt like I got hit
I
by a
could imagine.
bus.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shit
that's
was
different. Like,
bad, bro.
that's why, like, if I was to drink, like, if I was to have a night of Hennessy and all that, like, something
You're
extra,
not doing shit the next day, dude.
that's what I mean.
You're
I
not
need to
doing
sleep.
shit.
Sometimes sleeping off the hangover is, like, what you need. Like, you have fun on a Friday. Hopefully, you have nothing planned on that next Saturday or Sunday, depending on when you drink. But, like, depending on what you do, you need to make sure that I don't have to move till noon because sleeping off a hangover is a real thing, and you could eliminate a lot of hurt by just sleeping an extra 2-3 hours. So I'm sure you were hurting after the Hennessy night, but maybe you were hurting in different reasons. Hiya.
No, it was definitely because of the
Oh,
Hennessy.
Yeah, that's what I agree. Let's get to some more topics here. Shout out 1 year of the war in Ukraine. I've been learning more about this war.
And like $100 billion later.
We might be on the brink of something huge, so you know, voting's coming up. Be aware. Make sure you're not just throwing that Ukraine flag in your bio, thinking you know shit about what this war is about. Because
this man's really out here saying that it's not enough money, that we gotta donate more. Like, what's wrong with him, bro?
U.S. getting bamboozled. That's all I know. I know, like, just, I can't speak about this topic too intelligently because I'm not that smart, but I try to listen to as many forms of information as possible. And right now, we're a year in. Shit ain't adding up, and things aren't like they seem because
the math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. People think, first of all, like I think we talked about this last year. It's like, first of all, I want all these people talking about save Ukraine, pray for Ukraine, locate them on the map. It's an Eastern European country. We don't know shit about Eastern Europe as Americans. They got a different way of life. They operate differently. To say all this, you got to learn the whole scope before knowing exactly what you're supporting or not supporting. So just do some fucking research.
You know what's going to be so crazy that I just thought of? This podcast, one of the coolest things about this podcast is that this shit's on YouTube and it's not going to go anywhere. So, like...
What do you mean? Us as a podcast or...
no. Both.
We're not going anywhere.
Us as a podcast, whether you like it or don't like it or love us or hate us, we don't fucking care. But like 2 years down the line, it's crazy because what brought me on it was you just said a year ago, and we can go back a year and see when we were talking about this to now how our opinions and view changes, and then we're probably still going to be doing shit 3 years down the line, and we're going to be saying different things and looking at things differently from here to another year. And you might be able to show your kids this shit or my kids this or whatever the case may be, like when they grow up or get older. And it's just that's gonna be kind of cool. It's gonna be kind of cool. And I just thought of that as you brought that up. Wait, you trying to tell me spending 16 bill to foreigners rather than you? Nah, it's great. We fucking love it, bro. That's what we voted for.
this will be my last part on this because I like touching on, it's like people, the common thing in life used to be, don't talk politics or religion, but like that's an old way to think. That's an old cliche. Like, don't talk about that. And people said that saying only because you're only gonna create animosity. But who are we as a society to tuck away conversations or things that are sensitive? That's how you grow. That's how you learn. Like, just because race is a big thing, automatically you shouldn't talk about it. Why? Because the other person might get offended or whatever. You should talk about it.
They don't want you to talk about it because
I know
if you talk about it, then it might get moved in the right direction, and there's going to be progress and there's going to be work on it. But no, politics, race, LGBTQ, all this shit, don't speak on it. Don't talk about it.
In fact, you riddled those letters off quickly. I can't do that. I'm like dyslexic with that stuff.
Who knows? I think it's LGBTQ plus something now. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Hold the R
apostrophe
V. Yeah, no, respect. Love is love here on this podcast. But I'm not to relate it to this saying, but like I always found it dumb. Back in the day when you were a kid and you like brought up like a woman's age or weight, and they were like, "Don't you know? Don't ever bring up a woman's age or weight." And the realist in me and the practical human being in me always said, "Why not talk about a woman's age? It's like a fact. Like literally, it's on there. It's a date you were born. So no matter what you look like, what you feel like, what you think like, it's still your age. So like my thoughts about it isn't gonna change. And then the weight thing, it was just like, I get it. It's like it was just like a lot of old things that we used to talk about, or like don't talk about this, don't talk about that. It's like that was programmed like 50 years ago, 80 years ago, and we just keep saying it like.
Now it's cool to be plus size.
thick.
Not
Don't say
even
big.
thick. No, not even right. Not even thick with two C's. Now it's just you got plus size models.
Oh
And like
fuck,
they say that, talking about
that's
working
hot.
out and talking about the fitness industry and talking about being, you know, good in your diet and stuff is fat phobic. What the fuck is fat phobic? What does that even mean?
Isn't everybody? No, I'm playing.
Look, well,
I'm
look,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I really want to go on something that I've been talking to my brother about, but
Uh oh, here we go.
it's just like
Maybe we should talk about it first. If you gotta say that first, maybe we should
look,
talk about it off
look.
record before we put it.
I understand everyone needs a job and everyone needs to make money and put food on the table and whatnot, but
Mm-hmm.
let Ford cook. Let him cook. Let him. Look, if you have someone that, and I'm not even saying they have to be in shape or whatever, but like, if you have someone that's just like overly like to an extent, I I, I wouldn't hire them at a gym, even to work front desk. Like, because what kind of picture are you painting if you have someone that's just like sloppy and not taking care of themselves and whatever at a gym? You have people that come in and they want to sign up and they want to better themselves, but you have someone working there that doesn't know anything about nothing. That's just my view. My brother's like,
Let
"Oh,
Ford
you
cook.
saying you saying fat people shouldn't have jobs?" No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a job in place for everyone.
Hey, I
You
have a
got to work to your
stronger.
talents.
I have yet to articulate what I need to say on this topic, so I'm not going to say it at all. Because on this podcast, I like to say my thoughts and opinions, and they're most likely not going to be what people want to hear or politically correct. But I like to use it as a platform to say things, and then I get feedback, and then we talk about it, blah blah blah. But based on what you just said, I don't even want to share my thoughts because I still need to try to figure it out and work through it. But I'm going to move on to another last non-sports topic that we have. And you wrote Harvey Weinstein. Obviously, he got 16 years on top of
Yeah,
16 years, and R. Kelly got, I think, 15 or 16 years. Both buddies going away for a while. We're still going to watch
yeah.
his movies. We're still going to love his movies. R. Kelly,
Oh
we're still
yeah,
going to
we're
love his
still gonna
music.
listen
We're
to the
still going to
songs.
love, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's another topic for another day because I could go off on that. But you wrote this down, so I'll let you take the floor.
No, it was just it was kind of all over Twitter, and as more things pop up about a certain person that's been brought up or allegations come up and stuff, and I know it's hard for women to talk about it and tell their truth and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like when stuff is brought up in public after such a long time, after like 5, 6, 7 years, 10 years plus, that's why a statute of limitations exists. And it's just like I can't really talk about it because I've never been in that position myself. I've never been raped or assaulted or whatever, so I don't know, but there's gotta be someone that you can talk to, someone that you can confide in, and someone that you trust that's gonna help you out in that situation, whether people are always like, "Oh, I don't wanna tell my parents because they're gonna look at me like that." If you talk to your parents that you got raped or assaulted, your parents are not gonna look at you in any kind of way negatively.
I always
That's
thought that was kind of strange, and I get it, playing the other side. I get like it's embarrassing to whoever you tell, or you have to, whatever. But like that point right there that you said, it's like people are gonna back you, people are gonna support you more than ever. It's never a thing that you should ever hide. So
Yeah,
that's my
and
only point on it.
what also sucks is that it's not like it takes a while for these things to their perpetrators to actually face some kind of punishment and some kind of backlash for it or whatever, and that could play a part. Not could, that does play a part into why people take so long to bring things up. But also, that was just me talking about regular people in their everyday lives. Now, if you're a celebrity or you're someone that people know about, there's no reason for you to wait. There's no reason for you not to bring this up. until after the fact that whoever did something to you it was brought up by another woman or another man or whatever the case may be, because you're not going to face any kind of thing from it. You're not losing. So I feel like whenever someone in the industry gets like, oh, he's a rapist, oh, he did this, it's just an avalanche effect, and like everyone else is just like, oh, me too, me too, me too, hashtag me too. Oh, he did this to me. Oh, he did that to me. It's just like Harvey Weinstein was clearly a piece of shit person, and Michelle Obama said he was a great guy and a great friend, and he deserved everything that he was getting as he was sponsoring an event. So that goes to show you what kind of judge character our former first lady was. But that's neither here or there. So it's just, bro, that kind of stuff kind of gets me upset because you could do so much better, bro. People can do so much better. And if you feel differently, then hit my DMs. Hit my DMs. Comment.
Please.
Hit me
Comment.
up. DM us
Please.
on the pod. Because that's what we want. It's not even controversy that we want.
We don't want people to agree with us. Please.
Yeah, we want people to share their opinions, share their thoughts, and like talk to us about how they really feel. Because we're on here talking about how we really feel. So we don't want to hear your opinion on an episode 2 years later.
Yeah. Or in person where it's like, oh, I know you watched that episode, obviously. Why would you talk to me? Yeah, no, just share it. It doesn't have to be in the comments where everybody could see, or it could be a DM where we'll bring it up because we use this platform just to talk about our opinions of things.
Fucking cooking right now, hurt shoulder and all.
Yeah. I'm not playing, what is it? Not playing hurt, playing injured. My body is playing hurt. Mentally, I'm fatigued.
I might need to take another fucking ice bath soon. I haven't taken one of those in a minute.
Ooh,
I might need
I haven't seen suspect Snapchats that you sent me.
I might need to run that back.
Let me rattle off some. Let me rattle off some topics real quick. I see it. Yes, sir. So boop boop boop. All-Star game, NBA All-Star games were all-time low. That shit was trash. I know last episode we were recording live. I wasn't watching or paying attention to it, but then when I watched the highlights, shit was trash.
Jaylen Brown put it perfectly. Glorified
layup line. Yeah, that's all we'll say for that. Everybody was like, oh, Jason Tatum, all-time points leader in the All-Star game. That's that doesn't even mean anything. It's just that's an empty stat. Yeah, cool. Nobody played defense. Nobody want to get hurt. I get it. Cool. Either they're going to have to develop something like the Pro Bowl did where they'll make it interesting, or players will evolve and change and want to be different. But we'll see. Because that's only happened within the last decade. Prior to that, when Kobe was here and all that, that wasn't going down no matter what. So it's a generational thing, it's a generational thing. Clippers Kings 176 to 175, double overtime.
I think it was just one overtime.
No, double. No, I think it was two.
Two. Oh yeah, you're right. Two.
That's even crazy with two. Sacramento Kings were legit. I thought they were a flash in the pan. They got third or fourth best record in the West. Yeah, I know that's a weird fucking
they're pretty
thing.
Good. Sabonis,
yeah, they're legit.
Fox, Malik Monk, yeah, they're pretty good.
Respect to them, because that's something that now that the Nets have kind of scaled back from the superstars, that's something I want to build or want to see, and they built it the right way. They've taken time. Sacramento Kings haven't made the playoffs in a while. I think they like one of the
beam.
last teams.
Yeah, I think they have
like the beam.
Yeah, I think they have the longest playoff drought in NBA right now.
Yeah. But they got guys. They got Sabonis. They got Fox, Malik Monk, who's come over. He's had a long journey in the NBA.
They played together in college.
Quality role players, yes. So sometimes things click. And does it mean they're going to win a championship? No. I hate that mentality. It's like, what do you want people to be? Do you want people to either be the bottom three or the top two? That's not realistic space to live in. So, we've had group chats we've been in. And we'll be like, oh, my team is this. They'll be like, oh, your team's gonna win it all. Like, is that that's everybody's goal to win it all. But like,
Right.
do you want to see your team and your franchise progress every single year? Yes.
Of course.
That's
Yeah.
how you build up. Like the Boston Celtics, people forget the Boston Celtics for 10 years, basically 8 out of 10 years in the early 2010s were
They were not
horrible.
good.
Like
Yeah, they were not
top
good.
5 pick every year for 6 years in a row. Like people forget that, and how do you get that? Is you try to make good decisions, you try to
And a
make
few
good trades,
superstars or two.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but also you go through horrible times, and then sometimes you're in between. You're trying to figure it out. So Boston Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks have never been top tier since the '60s, bro. So actually, I take that back.
Yeah.
Celtics bad example because
They're
at least
pretty-
they were in the lottery. The Milwaukee Bucks were never in the lottery for the last 20 years. Also, they were a playoff team, early first round exit. They were right
Bucks
in the
and
middle.
six. Bucks and six. Bucks and six.
Denver Nuggets are one of those teams where never had a top
Grizzlies?
3 pick, never had a championship team. Now they're legit.
Yeah.
So sometimes you gotta keep it going. Sometimes it takes teams years, and you just gotta
were,
figure it out.
here and there with AI and then Iguodala, but they were never like
They
how
look
they are
legit now, though.
They're still
gonna
poverty
front on them.
franchise. But whatever.
You said Brian Jones situation. We'll talk about that real quick.
Yeah, no, it's kind of sad the situation he's in. I mean, sure, he got paid a lot of money and whatnot, but he said it himself.
Who's that?
The
Just,
Dolphins.
I don't know. So talk to me like I don't know.
Dolphins safety. He was on the Cowboys a few years ago. He signed with the Dolphins. He had a great combine, like broke records in the combine, but now he's saying he can't like walk or run right after all the
Oh,
injuries
shit.
he sustained in his career. And he talked about it on Twitter.
that
He was
sucks.
like, "Hey, don't take those injections that they're giving you. Don't take, all that medication that they're trying to give you." He was like, "No amount of money is worth not being able to do the things I can't do now." So he was kind of just shedding some
Yeah.
light on, how the NFL and I don't know how other I don't even know I can't say I don't know how other leagues do it because I don't know how the NFL does it, but
Yeah.
I don't know how they handle injuries and things like that, but that's some real life shit, and I hope he gets over and gets better from what he's dealing with, but it just kind of sucks because it's with the Dolphins and he was supposed to be on that other side with Howard and we're supposed to have this great defense, but I mean to what extent, I'm not going to get mad at him because he didn't play, especially if he's going through not being able to walk and run and do daily things. Those are things that we take for advantage as people, and we can do all these things normally when we can get out of bed and don't even have to think, hey, can I actually walk? Can I actually do this?
Yeah.
Today. So
My side's always with that. Like, I want to say they know what they sign up for, but also you don't
Yeah.
want to sign up for something and they deliberately paralyze you, to make it
right,
long story short. So it's twofold with me. It's like I want people to understand it's football, it's the NFL. They know what they're getting themselves into.
Correct.
There's a chance that you're not going to be the same after you leave, but you
Right.
hope that the people that are trying to get you healthy aren't putting things in you and equipping you to the point where you're like deliberately not the same again after that. So I understand both sides. Right? Is Daniel Jones the guy? Daniel Jones the guy, not the guy. He's the guy right now. We're gonna have to pay him 35 plus million.
just tag him, bro. Just franchise tag him.
We could do that if negotiation gets ugly. Saquon, I think we're realistically, I think the Giants are trying to build a foundation of something. So I think they bring back both Saquon and Daniel Jones. And he's not the guy. He's the guy right now. And it's one of those situation things. We're not going to bring in Lamar Jackson. We're not going to bring in Aaron Rodgers. We're not going to bring in Derek Carr. So who's your guy? The guy that's been with you the whole time. So
Daniel Jones is better than Derek Carr, regardless. It doesn't matter.
It's weird because like I think of Daniel Jones as not a Pro Bowler yet, but like he can be easily. Like next year he could light the world on fire.
He's more athletic. He knows the playbook. He's been there, done that.
Bro, he's had 4
Sometimes
coaches.
the grass isn't greener. That's what I'm
He's had-
saying.
he's had 4
And
head coaches,
he's still
3
doing pretty
offensive
well.
coach. That's what I mean. So you give this man consistency in
Stability.
life.
Exactly.
Woo!
Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of people want to judge like, oh, what has Daniel Jones done? What are you talking about, bro? He's had the hardest road to where he's got to out of every quarterback in the NFL in the last 4 years, like unequivocally. So is he the guy? No. He's the guy that we have, and we have to pay somebody at that position right now because we can't go on years trying to draft and whatever. So the Giants want to play between the
Y'all want a
lines.
playoff
They
game.
want to
Y'all
play
beat one of the
defense.
top 3
That's what I mean.
top 3 teams at least in like
Okay.
the speed wise in the NFL. So
We on our way,
if
and we
people
have a
want to
great
say,
core.
"Oh, the Vikings overachieved this and that," still they got Kirk Cousins, Jettas, and Dalvin Cook. It don't matter, and y'all beat them in their stadium. So,
All right, so
pretty handily too.
Fender Bender knows my first name, so he must know me a little bit. So all right. The new pitch clock for spring training, I'll get into next week. We don't have time for it now. I'm going to star that now because there's been a lot of controversy. It just got rolled out in the spring's training. I want to send you a few videos for it so you have some things to say on that. I'll send it to you during the week. But let's get into shout-outs. What shout-outs you got, brother?
Got shout outs. Let's see. Of
And if
course,
you want to
the
shout out, you want to
regular-
hear a shout-out, comment below. Go ahead.
the regular BR stuff, vodka. You got me talking about vodka, dog. What the fuck's wrong with you? Fucking champagne,
Everything.
caviar, water, all that shit. But my boy Josh, he did start his website. He does tile and grouting and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it's only in North Carolina, the Raleigh area. But
Born and
we're
raised up.
we're a fucking intercontinental podcast. We're universal.
Intercontinental,
We're
I like
worldwide. We're worldwide. So if you're in the Raleigh
web.
area, hit up my boy Josh, groutsupport.com. And fucking, this guy does great work. Okay? So, get some stuff done if you're in the Raleigh area. And, he's got South Florida roots. So if you make it worth his while, who knows?
If he's
He could
down
take
here
a trip.
visiting, he might do a project for you.
His mom lives in Jacksonville, so if you're in Jacksonville or whatnot, who knows? Who knows?
He might give you a
Boy
little
Josh.
discount.
And then no discounts. We don't do shit.
Oh,
for
no
discounted
discounts.
Prices. No, bro. If you're good at something, never do it for free or discounted.
You're right. Shout out, Joe.
And as we said last week, I'm gonna double up. Shout out Locks Plus, that boy Dan, commercial lock stuff. Dude's a pro. I've been watching a lot of his reels, a lot of his videos. He takes time with what he does. He makes sure it's done well. He goes above and beyond. Nick's Pizza, Deerfield Beach.
Oh, shit.
2 slices of pizza and a soda.
Oh, shout
for
out.
$6. Don't get better than that. In the pizza business for over 40 years. From New York.
Damn.
From New York. The Bronx. And then just shout out everyone that was on today. Shout out the chat. Shout out everyone that got on and interacted with us. We love it. That's what we want more of. That's why we've been doing these live episodes, just because it's good, because we already have a rundown. We are not really even a professional rundown or anything, but we already have like topics and stuff that we want to talk about. The order is just how we get to it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when you guys are in the chat and you guys are interacting with us and you guys are providing like real time feedback
in live content,
it makes things a lot better. And sometimes we go over the time that we want, but we always tell each other this. It's always genuine. It's never like forced or anything like that. So we love that shit, and we do this. We do this for y'all. So shout out Fender Bender, man. That guy's been on it today. I want to know who he is, but at the same time, I don't want to know who he is. It's one of those things. It's like the two opposites of life just pulling at each other right now.
Yeah, for real, love it. Shout out. So, Drive to Survive Season 5's coming out. That's why I'm rocking is out now, the Mercedes-Benz hat. We got the first race, Grand Prix, this Sunday, which is going to be fun. F1 starts. And now, as I transition into baseball, into Formula One every weekend, basketball is getting to the height of the season. A lot of things in the lab I'm watching. I'll talk about it next week because I want to save some time. But I am watching a few shows that are on and popping. I watched a lot of movies lately, but yeah, like you said, appreciate everybody for joining in. This is an episode that, back-to-back episodes. We kind of weren't prepared, but by people in the live chat talking, engaging with us, it really has helped us, put the whole episode together. So shout out y'all.
Before we get off, we can't go on an episode without not talking about LeBron James. He might miss a few weeks due to a foot injury. Okay, if it was bad or, I'm not sure the level it was, but did you see him walking out of the arena limping?
I did.
Dude, this guy is, he's
dramatic?
Yeah, just overly doing it.
I know, he said, I heard it pop, and he got up and played the whole fourth quarter. What do you mean?
If it's that bad, then get on some crutches, dog. But you didn't even have anything around it.
Ooh, the Knicks are beating the Celtics by 13.
You didn't have a walking boot. You weren't on no fucking, little one of them scooters or anything. You were just, limping with it. So either it's not that bad or you just want to make it look like it's super bad and you just want to show off your fit. Pick something, Braun.
Make up your mind. The Heat beat the Sixers. All of a sudden, Vito and I'm sure Zoe are going nuts.
I don't know. I haven't watched the Heat game this year. The Nets
are not doing well. And, that's my life. So I'm glad I have other sports to lean on. Back in the lab.
Hey, instead of UFC 287, April 8th in Miami, we had other plans. April 8th, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Miami, and Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, that might be a thing.
We can make that happen. We got a little over a month to plan that out.
The menace.
So that boy, that lefty shit, left foot like no other.
That. We got to have him back on. Maybe we could do real quick a little preseason. Hit him up.
Yeah, he's down. He's down for sure.
That was a good quality episode. We could follow up, see his transition from one league to another, going from Arizona back to the state of Florida. See where his life's been.
He was in Oakland from one bay to another bay.
That's right. Oh yeah, he went from Arizona to Oakland to Florida. That'd be cool. Because in the first time we interviewed him, it was getting to know him as a person. Now we could talk about his. So let's get that going. Shoot him a text. We could get that going for the spring.
I can definitely work that out. And cool. that goes for any of y'all. Dead ass. If y'all got something you want to talk about, or if y'all want to promote your business, or you got some social media presence, or whatever that y'all want to do, whatever. We show love. We show love here. So we expect that shit back.
A lot of people have been doing this since fucking Heinlein, so I'm gonna do it. Love is love. All right, let's wrap it up.
I'm done. Come on. I'm done. I got nothing else.
65. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Enter the lab. Elvis Escobar for Osama. 66 will be on Sunday night, according to our schedules. So Sunday night live. Next week we'll have some fun. Appreciate y'all. Enter the lab. Exit the lab. Peace.
What time next week? 8:30.
8. Usually. No, let's do 8 p.m.
8. Yeah.
8 p.m. on a Sunday. We'll keep it smooth. Fender Bender, you better be showing up at 7:59.
Shout out Fender Bender, bro.
Shout out Fender Bender. God damn, unknown. Peace.